fire. Everybody say flow fire, flow fire, flow fire. Everybody say flow fire, flow fire, flow fire. Feed your soul, women of FIYAH, achieving goals. Women of FIYAH, learn control. Women of FIYAH, shine and grow with FIYAH.
Kirstin stepping out on faith to follow her dreams, a blossoming, beautiful Black woman, creating a fashion accessory brand for melanated women. Thank you for sharing this platform with us again and bringing us some more knowledge about what you are doing. So tell us about this brand that you've just started.
I was getting ready to go out. I bought some nipple pasties from some online company. They were cheap and they came in this very satin tan color. So based on what I knew, when things don't come in your skin complexion, like back in the day when we used to paint point shoes and ballet shoes and all that kind of stuff, I was like, well, you know what? Let me use my foundation. And I started coloring my nipple pasties, and the fabric started, tearing up. It didn't dry in time. And I was just like, I should not have to do this, just to be fashionable.
Right.
So at that point, I was like, you know what? Somebody should do something about this. After I thought a little further, I'm like, I say somebody a lot. I should probably do something about this. So my brand is called Multi-Nude. And Multi-Nude, as Flo said, is a fashion accessories brand targeted to melanated women to help us feel, that we can be fashionable and comfortable without having to put forth extra effort in order to have basic necessities. So we currently have nipple pasties, fashion tape, and we're looking to grow and expand this year and in the future. So ultimately, I wanted to start with nipple pasties. It's kind of an introduction to business to, get my feet wet and then introduce the tapes. But long term, I would like to go into full undergarments and shapewear because one thing that I really struggle with is, a lot of women wear shapewear. A lot of Black women wear shapewear, and specifically some of the large brands like Spanx. But for that company to be founded to empower women, but they missed the huge opportunity to cater to Black women with just the addition of a few colors. It bothers me. So I would like to, segue into that eventually and kind of take over that space to provide really good shapewear, high quality shapewear from a Black woman made for Black women and other women of color.
Did you think it was going to be as necessary for all those other people like it was for you? Or did you just think like, this is something I could do it for now and then I can get into something else later?
I figured it was something I can do for now, just kind of fill the gap for the people that do feel like they need it, but a lot more people need it than I thought. Yes. So I was very surprised, especially when I do in-person vendor opportunities and I get to speak to my customers face to face and they tell me like all the different ways they use it. It's actually mind blowing, and to know that I was able to, provide that for them is special.
I know that you have 4 different color skin tones. Can you just mention those?
Yeah. So from the darkest to the lightest, it's brownie, hot chocolate, toffee, and butter cookies. So that was kind of more of like my love for sweets and just having a positive kind of still feel good name associated with, how we look at our skin complexion. Because, years ago, I used to say my skin complexion looks like dry hot chocolate powder, but that had a negative connotation to it. So I had to take the dry part out and realize that no, like this is beautiful. Right. So as soon as I did a soft launch, kind of like a pre-launch of my business, I happened to be going to St. Louis for a wedding. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bring these with me. So I literally was selling people like $2 individual pairs to some of my line sisters and some of my friends, people who were going to the wedding. I was literally selling them out of my purse. So they were my testers.
They were your testers, and they had great feedback because I know that you have a website. Can you tell us the name of your website?
Yeah, so the website is multinude.com, multinude.com.
I want to ask you a question. Now, this is not typically what you may have gone to school for. So, but it has something to do with what you went to school for. So can you tell us like where you went to school and what did you do graduating and then going into entrepreneurship?
Yes. So I attended the University of Missouri, so Mizzou, and I graduated with a Bachelor's of Science in Industrial and Manufacturing Systems Engineering.
I knew it was a long word. I knew it was a lot that you were doing, and I knew it was engineering. So yes, thank you.
Yeah. So the short version, the short version is industrial engineering, but I'm going to kind of tie it together, which is why it's the full name. Industrial and Manufacturing Systems Engineering. So it has nothing to do with Multinude, but it also helps me out with Multinude so much. So because the manufacturing systems part that goes in there, I really enjoy manufacturing processes. So the actual process of manufacturing my product, knowing how to communicate with manufacturers, knowing like specifications and just really understanding what goes into it gets me really excited. So so kind of like the back and forth, the research and development part of it, I spend a lot of time on that part.
Who inspired you as to be the woman you are today?
So it's extremely difficult to just like pinpoint one person. What I like to do is just look at a lot of women, or just people in general. And I try to pick small things about a lot of people, you know, that I like. And I try to take that on as to be a quality of myself. So I would love to just name one person, but there are so many things about so many people that really have impacted me over time and have helped, you know, mold me into who I am and how I think and how I live my life.
So that being said, as far as you bringing, you know, yourself and bringing your brand to the community with the things that all these women have helped you and inspired you, what do you think that you would bring to your community in the inspiration when it comes to sharing and when it comes to kind of like passing things on? What would you say?
I would say really just be okay with being your true authentic self. So like, you know, as I've grown up, especially in the social media age, it's so easy to see something and want that for yourself, even if you might not have really wanted it inside. But just really peeling back the onion to figure out who you are, what you like, what motivates you, what you want to do, how you want to look, how you want to dress, not necessarily even following trends, and just rocking with it. Like being okay with being exactly who you are, loving yourself, loving the skin that you're in, and celebrating that. So that's really what I would like to really leave as like a legacy. Tell yourself yes every single time. It's so easy for us to tell ourselves no because we think that someone else is going to tell us no, and so we stop ourselves from being great just because of, you know, our confidence. Sometimes tell yourself yes every single time. I could have said somebody should come out with nipple pasties and my skin complexion, but that somebody, you know, could and ended up being me. So anytime you want to do something, pick up a new hobby, anything that may interest you in life, tell yourself yes and just do it.
Thank you for sharing that. We asked you 3 flowers that you felt that you really related to. The way I am going to set this for you is that I am going to tell you your flowers that you've chosen and how it relates to your chakra.
Okay.
I think the chakra has so much, and I think a lot of people overstep our chakra and that spiritual connection. So I am going to read. Your first flower was marigold. Marigold is that orange looking flower. That color is orange. And it's the sacral. It's the belly button, which is really close. It is your belly button chakra. And so that is like the inner core essence of your guts and what you're feeling and your emotions and how you move through things. The bluebell is blue, which we already know, but it's the throat chakra, which I think is really evident because I've always said you have a great speaking voice. And yes, you really do. You really do. Like you're like, you really and I think that you're going to begin to use it more. You're going to begin to use it more in the sense of the things that you're doing now and the things that are going to come, the things that are to come in the future. Your last flower was white lily. And white lily is a deep violet, and that's the top of the head, the crown. So this is your crown chakra, your belly chakra, and your throat chakra are the ones that I'm going to say that are guiding you thus far, because these are the, these are the three flowers that you randomly selected that resonated with you.
Yeah.
I know, things like that, people don't even think about it. I just said, hey, let me do something that people don't even ever think about.
Yeah.
Here's one thing I want you to think about. Can you remember a memory with Miss Flo that resonated with you?
Honestly, one memory that really sticks in my head is when you were pregnant and we were in dance class and you were busting splits, doing all the choreography full out and doing it better than we were. And I was just like, wow, like nothing stops Flo. Like Flo just keeps going, keeps pushing through everything. And you're just like always killing it, always pushing. So that's one thing that resonated with me that I try to take within me.
Can you bust the split now?
Can I bust the split now?
Yes.
No. I wish. I'd be stuck on the floor.
Yeah, it was kind of insane. I don't know what. Yeah, she was nuts, and she's still nuts. She's, but look at you. Oh God, it's beautiful to see the woman that you've become. And I know that I said this to you before, even asking you to be part of this platform and to join me as I celebrate these women of fire. You are definitely a woman of fire. I think that you've always held yourself exceptionally with grace. Can you tell me those three words that you selected? And if you can't, I will share with you.
You can share them with me.
Yes, the three words that you selected was creative, carefree, which is good, and free thinking, which definitely explains say yes to me. Yeah?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I think that those really, really identify who you are. And I know that you are beautifully expecting.
Yes.
And
baby boy.
A baby boy. So you wanted to find out?
Yes. Oh, definitely. This is like the youngest person in my family is 17. Oh. So the family's been waiting for this for a very long time.
Okay, gotcha. And so there's nothing passing down right now because I don't know, who's the one that's 17?
Taylor, my little cousin Taylor.
Taylor is 17.
Yes.
So everybody's excited.
Everybody's very excited. Extremely. My mom has like her own baby room set up in her house in Chicago when clearly I live in Atlanta. So whenever I come visit in Chicago, she'll have a whole room set up here for him. So
yes. Well, congratulations again and again and again.
Thank you so much.
Before we close out, I'm from New York. We have a form of expression called graffiti, and we tag things up all the time. So this end of the segment is called Tag It Up. If you
Okay.
had an opportunity to tag it up anywhere, any place, anytime, what would be your graffiti name? What would represent you?
So I would definitely, I don't know the whole thing, but it would definitely include the number 21, because 21 is just like a very special number in my life. Like I got married on the 21st. My husband's birthday's on the 21st. Mom's birthday's on the 21st. I started my lock journey on the 21st.
21 would be the start of your tag. Do you think you would just end it on 21, or would it be 21 with a pasty?
So I've been learning ASL, and I'm really into learning sign language. So I would draw it as like fingers. Like
Oh, nice.
21.
Okay, so that's dope. So you would draw the 21 in fingers
Yeah.
for, that's dope. I love it. I love it. Thank you again for coming on our platform and sharing with us your brand. Tell us again where we can find you.
Yes, so you can find all of our products on our website, multinude.com, MULTINUDE. And then you can also find out more information about us on social media. Follow us. We are on Instagram. It's at multinude, spelled the same way as the website.
Thank you again. Thank you again. I'm sure there's so many of us that will be using that in the near future. You have a blessed, blessed, and wonderful day.
Thank you. You as well. And thanks again for having me.
Thank you for tuning in to Feeds Women of FIYAH, where we're celebrating all women. I'd like to reintroduce our special guest, Kirstin Erazo, stepping out on faith to follow her dreams, blossoming into a beautiful Black entrepreneur, creating a brand for fashionable accessories for women of melanated skin, multi-nude. Her brand not only fights, challenges, and opposes systematic racism by empowering women with and through inclusive fashionable accessories. Multi-nude. Thank you, Kirstin, for coming onto our platform and reminding us that we must always and continue to say yes to ourselves. So thank you for tuning in to Feeds Women of FIYAH, where we continue to celebrate, encourage, empower, and recognize all women. And if you know a woman of FIYAH and that you would like them to be represented here on this segment of Women of FIYAH, shoot us their information down below. Thank you.
Everybody say flow fire.